What's up, y'all? We're back. Make sure my mic. Oh, my mic is here.
Not sure my screen is right. What's up?
Back
We're back. It is React and Draw.
with Dan and me, Sean, and a wall that I still have to fill up properly. You can mad vacant on the other side,
It's all right. It's all right.
and a fan that I did not. What am I doing? Hold on. Before we even begin, I'm still on the phone. I might be right back. Like audacity of not turning on the fan in this ridiculous heat. There we go. Yeah.
All
Oof.
right.
Yeah, I wasn't dealing with none of that.
Got to feel a little brisk, a little comfy.
Yeah, exactly. Oof, Massive Panda's here. What's up?
What's up? Yeah. So we're back talking about the hard-hitting topics of the day. Yeah. Not much happened today. I think Barbie came out, and everyone's talking about Barbie. I'm like, bro.
That's the thing we're supposed to be covering now. No, no. We're supposed to be covering Barbie because, as two I don't know, men living in the Bronx right now, that's
Yeah.
exactly what we want to see. New York City.
Mhm.
Barbie was first in our mind. Why the hell we talking about Barbie, bro? Like,
Yeah, it's like I don't know. It's like people just chase anything in the algorithm, like you know, and maybe that makes like monetary sense. You know what I mean? Like if they don't like Barbie, then they'll talk about it. If they like Barbie, they'll talk about it. But that's what the algorithm's rewarding you with. So that's why they're talking about it. But I have no interest.
I mean, I guess they're saying like, oh, Barbie might be, a, it might be skewed to leftist annoyance or not, and like
Well,
I
like
see,
what, like the social messaging.
yeah, and I'm
Yeah, well,
sitting
of
here
course.
like, cool, but you weren't gonna watch it anyway, so I'm like,
Yeah, exactly. Like you're gonna watch this. Of course, it was gonna be like that all the time. I mean, look, it's like you think like whatever, some giant whatever global mega corporation is gonna miss the chance to influence millions of girls around the world in one shot.
oh yeah,
They're just going to not do that and just focus on the surface level entertainment of the Barbie franchise. Are we like serious about that? I don't think so. So let's not pretend that we don't know what's going on. So I can have shock surprise about this. Let's try to build something new and let hopefully it'll die on the vine. At least on
Barbie.
that one. At least on that one, because like I'm hoping for the return of like martial arts movie. That's what I'm tweeting about. That's what I'm trying to manifest
I don't even know
in
what I could say
society right
about
now.
Barbie. That the trailer looked very focused and stylized, so I
Yeah,
guess that
right.
was
Yeah.
cool for them. They achieved some
Yeah.
kind of setting it in its world. Uh,
Correct. Like some kind of Wizard of Oz type of situation going
yeah,
on.
they achieved
But
the
with
look. That's the one positive thing I could say. They achieved the look, and that's it. You got me. I'm never going to watch it.
no.
Oh, my girl was
But
joking
Buddha Bear's
about.
here. What's up?
My girl was joking about like, hey, you gonna watch it? I'm like, no, no, I'm not. Absolutely not.
Barbie.
Oh, Buddha Bear, what's up? What's up? What's up? Master Panda said, "Oh God, I heard Barbie movie was one big lecture. Surprise, surprise!" And Hollywood wonders why nobody cares about their strike.
They have more to lecture you about. They just need to get paid more. So
I mean, some
that's
people
the
care.
thing.
I ran into a person that cared today, and I wasn't even looking for it. I just posted
Mhm.
about. I made a tweet. I posted about how look when the Marvels comes out and this new Ventures comes out, being led by like blacks in America, um Shuri and what's my man from Shang Chi, along with the Marvels, and I'm like, well, when we don't watch it, I don't want to hear Hollywood media talking about like, oh, you didn't watch it because you're racist and sexist. I'm like, look, bro, we didn't care about any of the other media that was starring white people either. Well, I guess this is more so for the straight white male that they would blame for like the fall. I'm like, yo, nobody cared about Ant-Man. Nobody cared about. Anyway, so that's the tweet I made. Simple tweet. And some emotional person who I will not blast because I don't feel the need to came on and was like, I'm trying to remember verbatim. I'll look on my phone because I don't feel like that. It was kind of funny. I was just like, why?
Well, well, the deal is he came at you, right? Or
Yeah, yeah, because I was on my page. Like I was on my page. I'm like you.
well, I don't know. To these people, like who you mentioned, Shuri, and who's the other one? The Marvels and stuff.
Yeah,
These are like the new Disney princesses right now. So people have like a cult like allegiance to their Disney princess.
well,
So
this was
you think you
specifically
think you're just like demeaning some kind of fictional character or something, but to them, this is like the new Mary and Joseph and John the Baptist and stuff. You know, this is very serious business to people. You hear what I'm saying? You know, these are like totems for equality and whatever race in America or something. That's like the I don't know. This is like the kind of statue they built up, the effigy that they built up,
right.
and they pour all their emotions into that. And then here comes Sean Stevens, Godzilla, breathing fire on on their on their Buddha statue, or their like their Sistine Chapel. And Sean's like, what I do? What I do? I just Godzilla stomped all over your
See, in my head, I'm like talking about crap that nobody cares about, including probably this person. Like if we
Yeah, I mean,
really
like
want to, if we,
Disney doesn't care about it either. Just like making this like they're making a sandwich or something. Like, oh, what's the superhero slate today? Oh, Chris Hemsworth wrote the contract. Okay, he's like I'm doing some TV show and whatever, some streaming movie on Amazon or whatever.
mm-hmm.
Who cares? All right, who do I got left on this roster? I got Anthony Mackie. I got Brie Larson. All right, well, I guess we got to make whatever with these people. I guess just to fill in the year, just so I could tell the shareholders that we were
Doing
busy making
something.
movies this year. Yeah.
Anyways,
Meanwhile, like, and then they do the marketing thing with their fans and saying like, if anyone, and they subtly have them wrapped up with their identity into the characters. So if anyone disses them, they go berserk. That's how it is, and that's what they do. I mean, what can I say?
yeah, they
The
said,
fan says they got Barbie taking over my theaters starting tomorrow. I hope that falls off quick.
"Jeez, man."
Yeah, summer's kind of weird right now. Like a lot of the blockbusters kind of flop. So then now they're trying to build up this Barbie Oppenheimer situation. Like, oh, which one you gonna see? And it's like, bro, it's like times change. Times change, bro. Like you're gonna watch something about some dude. Like spoiler alert, he built the bomb. Spoiler alert, he like they blew it up. Like I mean, yes, I'm sure it's gonna win Oscars and all this.
I
But I
mean,
mean, come on, it's summertime, bro. Like, where's like perhaps the equivalent of like the movies that I used to watch in summertime. Like Bad Boys,
right.
The Rock. I was talking about some Barbie and Oppenheimer.
It makes any sense.
Massive Panda says, "Does anybody know if it's getting a China release? I don't think they're too big on that men bad content. I give zero f's about the movie itself, but I'm interested to see how it's received."
Uh,
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
I haven't heard of any kind of like simultaneous release of Barbie. Maybe they decide that later down the pike. I
Right.
could be wrong though. I didn't do any research on it.
Yeah, I don't know how that's
If they
rolling.
did, it's like probably wouldn't.
Hmm.
I don't think it has an appeal to them.
No,
I don't know. Do they have Barbie in China?
I don't know. I don't think
They
so.
probably have their own. They probably have their own like toy or something, but it ain't Barbie.
I don't know. That's a good question.
They didn't really even really know what Star Wars was really. That wasn't like a big thing to them. That's why I didn't do as well over there as it did here.
Right.
The newer ones, I should say. They don't have like a connection to it historically or culturally. unlike other countries. So he's showing here. You got Red Cyberpunk Fairytale. I've heard of this. I've heard of this comic book. I heard that it's pretty good.
That's what I've heard.
Heard
I've
that
been
it's
hearing it on Twitter.
yeah. The buzz on this is getting crazy right now. You know, I think we gotta pay attention to this bad boy. Yes, this is a comic book, Red Cyberpunk Fairytale, available for purchase at redcomicbook.com. Sean did this picture the other day.
Yeah, I gotta do another
And
one.
it got some likes. It got some likes on Twitter, right? You know, people seem to like this picture, I would say.
I'd have to check the likes. I think it's almost 100, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, not bad, not bad for
Which
guys
is
like
good
that.
for my lowly Twitter right now.
Yeah, but your Twitter blowing up, you know what I'm saying? Sean about to be like I don't know, some kind of idol of millions right now.
Nah.
He's gonna be
Well,
singing on stage
not
like
according
Elvis,
not
getting
according to
mobbed at the
this.
mall.
Not according to this person. I found a tweet, by the way. It said, "Salty male tears are bitter and delicious. Keep crying until."
Yeah, well, you should. Are you crying? You should dry your tears, bro. So it's over.
The funny part about it was they became the person that I said not to be in my original tweet, and I'm like, the whole point of the tweet was like, we have nuanced opinions on movies, so you can't call somebody something. I'm like, so it's funny how people make up an enemy, like they made up somebody. Oh, this is an incel that wants to hate women. I'm like, bro, I'm still waiting for Storm to be in MCU. What are you talking about? I'm like, whoever this person is, like, have you seen The Long Kiss Goodnight? I don't think you have. But
No.
and then they when they couldn't get me on that, they just started to like diss my art, and I'm like, okay. I said, oh, okay, that's your opinion. I guess they were looking for a fight because people on Twitter be like, yo, f you, man. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't do
Yes,
all
they're
that.
also looking for attention, which you're giving them right now. But they yeah, I mean, like, somewhat. I mean, are you going to disprove that they care about the Marvels like to the degree that they do? They do.
No,
That person loves it so much.
yeah, I'm just
You
like,
know, they got the posters. It meant something to them. They're like, they see Brie Larson, they squee, delight. You know what I mean?
right,
I don't feel that connection. I don't know how any. I mean, it's difficult to feel that connection when it has like no real aesthetics to it. Like it was filmed like a Disney Channel original. Like it was filmed like Sneakerella cinematography level situation. So it's like, to me, I don't care. To me, it's like just generic junk that's gonna go in and out
right.
of people's consciousness super quick. But to other people, I don't know, man. They're high fiving it, They're whooping it up like the Super Bowl Sunday or something. We're living in two parallel universes, Sean. You know what I mean? Some people are on Team Disney all the way. Some people are skeptical. That's just the way it is.
Right. Oh, wait. I know what I could work on. It's something that actually is a Pro One Piece that I should have been correcting and finished. So I'm gonna go find it. But yeah.
Buddha Bear. Brina says Buddha Bear, a Barbie hater confirmed. Yeah, I don't know how well this is gonna do. I guess it's Barbie. And people, I guess, are waiting for this cartoon. I mean, this movie for years. So will it make the dollars? The billion? I don't know. I don't think so for some reason.
Oh, nothing is making. What's making the?
Things have been like flopping off this summer. It's just like people are getting used to not going to the movies.
No, you're right.
But we shall see, because I guess parents gotta take their kids to something.
To Barbie, I guess. I don't know. But he took him to Little Mermaid, right?
I don't know. Maybe they're taking them to the park. Maybe that's why people are not going to the movies. They're like taking
No,
them
they need to do
outside.
that. Take your child outside, okay?
Yeah, maybe
Go.
they're taking them to like the beach or something. It's like during the pandemic, they closed everything down and people haven't been like out for a while. And now like everything's open. You don't got to wear the mask or anything. So maybe people just like not being cooped in, getting weird pseudo intellectual lectures by like, I don't know, a bunch of woke people. Like it's just like they can get that for free on the internet. So they don't need to pay like $35 like
Right.
with the overpriced popcorn and all this. Plus,
Um.
movies are being released in digital like quicker than ever before, bro. I saw a commercial for The Flash about to be released digitally,
Oh, finally, I can watch it.
And I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like that movie was just out like I don't know 2-3 weeks ago or something.
Hold
That's
on.
how I feel. Maybe it was a little longer, but it's like you just wait. Like you know what I'm saying? Like there's so much content out there that I just wait.
Right.
3 weeks you'll be watching it at your house
Hold on.
without the annoying people in the theater. Alpha
Uh,
Proto's here. What's up?
Alpha Proto, I don't know what time it is in Texas, but I'm guessing you have an hour. No. What time is it in Texas now? Are they an hour ahead or an hour behind? Yeah, but I just remember Eric posting up and said like, oh, the contest is up in a couple of hours, and that was a couple of hours ago. So depending on my time, if they're an hour ahead, you have about an hour and a half. If they're not an hour ahead, you have about 20 minutes. Just letting you know. But anyway, so I'm gonna try to draw the stream or fix with that little promo piece I had. So let me get this article up so I can I should have got that later, but hold on a sec. Hollywood is not going to Comic Con, y'all.
Happened to Hollywood.
I don't know. Something about
What's
them.
the article?
Something about them striking Hollywood Comic Con. This is specifically for the San Diego Comic Con. Now, I don't know if this is going to start affecting the Comic Con we have here in New York. Here we go. Hollywood actors strike leaves San Diego. I said San Francisco before, sorry. Hollywood actors strike leaves San Diego Comic Con light on star power. They got the. Well, let's just start the article. I don't care about the bullet points. San Diego Comic Con will return to. Hey, CNBC. Run through your article before you post it, bro. San Diego Comic Con will return to its roots this weekend. Hollywood A-listers, as Hollywood A-listers skip out on promotional panels and walk through picket lines in Los Angeles. Actors went on strike last Friday, effectively shutting down the film and television industry. As part of the strike, the actors are not permitted to promote any work tied to TV or theatrical contracts with studios. That means no interviews, premieres, social media posts, and no conventions. I'm sure Blue Beetle will definitely benefit from this, right? The timing of these strikes is significantly impacts an important promotional event like Comic-Con, said Sean Robbins. That's another Sean. Chief analyst at boxoffice.com. This is often the venue used as the launching pad for marketing machines behind some of the most anticipated fan-driven content coming up in theaters and across the entire media landscape. That means no Timothy Chalamet or Zendaya to hype up Dune. Part 2, no Quinta Brunson to chat up about all the things. Abbott Elementary, what is that? What is that?
That's some TV show about some school. It's on ABC. You know, TV, regular television. You remember, like you turn on the thing,
Okay.
the signal goes through the digital signal in the air or whatever.
No.
Translates into images on television.
There you go. No Keenan and Kel to preview the long-awaited Good Burger 2.
Yes, the comic book related property known as Good Burger 2.
I don't even need
And
no.
Abbott Elementary right now. I think Frank Miller wrote that. I think Frank Miller was responsible for some Abbott Elementary. I think Alan Moore was involved in the
Good
comic
Burger
book
2.
adaptation of Good Burger 2. I can't recall. And while Sean has an aneurysm on screen, I will try to translate his mental disease into words.
Yo, so who wrote this?
This is the epitome of what's been going on in Comic Con for years. This is the eventual conclusion where it started off like, hey, Hollywood could come to Comic Con and the comic book related films and some of the geek entertainment, like the Star Trek stuff, could be there because it all translates and together. We're all geeks. Now it's just like they're just putting in any damn movie, any damn comedy, any damn TV show. It has nothing to do with comics. It's just like comes a Good Burger or some Will Ferrell movie or something. It doesn't matter what it is. It's just it's all Comic Con. Meanwhile, like the comic creators are like being stuffed in the back, like some kind of I don't know, the black
So,
sheep of the family. They're like stuffed underneath a basement to hawk their wares, like they're Sloth from the Goonies right now. You know, upstairs that's where like I don't know the celebs hang out and all the video games and all the people selling keychains. They get to like be on the top floor. Meanwhile, like on the side in the back in a dungeon is like some artist alley where people are trying to draw like I don't know, trying to get people to pay like $10 so they could draw a portrait of them or something. Yeah, it's basically like Sloth in the Goonies. They're like, saying, "Hey, you guys," like trying to get like some guy to buy a mini comic for $2. It's like, meanwhile, they're supposed to be the stars. Like the title of this article is "Light on Star Power." Now, in the olden days, the star power would have been John Byrne, Jim Lee, Joe Madureira, like people like that. Adam Warren, Adam Cooper, Joe Cooper, people like that. John Cassidy, people like that. Sad.
so now the star power is, you heard it, folks.
Yes.
Keenan
and Kel.
and Kel right now, B.
That's right.
And look at the sentence after the paragraph. But even without the top talent, San Diego Comic Con will still kick off the Keenan and Kel is the I can't even
That's
continue
right.
this
This
stream.
is what
Like
Comic Con has become. Normie Central. Okay.
son,
Super Normie Central.
Keenan.
I mean, back in the day, you'd be like, I'm going to Comic Con. It's like, wow, okay, you're gonna get some Spider-Man Spider-Man comics, or you're gonna, talk to Chuck Dixon. That would have been the '90s conversation. Now it's like, yo, I got to go to Comic Con to get my Kenan Thompson news right now. My Kenan Thompson updates. Sad, bro. Sad.
I'm sorry. I can't. I'm trying to like talk, but like I can't. this one got me. Like this news article.
At that point, you might as well just let anime take over. At least it would be like really related to comic books.
I guarantee
anime
you,
and manga take
any
over.
conventions happening in Japan is all related.
Yeah,
Anime
exactly.
toys with the anime games, with the animes, with the manga, with the mangas all there. Like it's all interconnected.
The manga creators there.
What in the world of comics does Good Burger 2 have to do with it?
The top talent of Kel Mitchell, whose career is waiting for Good Burger 2. he's waiting for Kenan Thompson to take time out of his busy Saturday Night Live schedule where he's paid millions of dollars to go do Good Burger 2. Meanwhile, some poor schmo from Boom Studios is like waiting for his time to shine at Hall H so he can give a big TED talk about how his career and how his combo's going to pop off. Sorry, guy. You're going to have to do that in the parking lot of a Burger King right now because Kel Mitchell right now has to take 3 hours to talk about the cinematic masterpiece known as Good Burger 2, okay? Move over, Milos Forman. Move over, Steven Spielberg. Move over, Martin Scorsese. Move over. Move over, Fellini. Here comes Good Burger 2, okay? And it's going to take up, buku real estate up in the Comic Con. Where's a comic creator going to go now? He got to create like real Comic Con.
He got to do fan art. You know what, y'all? Tomorrow I'm gonna do fan art. Right, I'm posting on Twitter. I'm gonna do fan art of Good Burger 2. All right, and maybe I'll get 50. Maybe my follow count will go to 50K because I.
Maybe Good Burger 2. you could be doing you could be doing the comic book adaptation. Okay,
All right,
this is what's going on right now. Okay,
like
the
obviously I
stars, you were at the top talent, Sean, at the Comic Con.
so
Who
top
else could be the top
top
talent?
top
I don't
talent.
know. Now, granted, a lot of these comic books that are coming out from the mainstream,
Yeah, they're trash.
haven't been, recruiting top talent in a while. I was watching that Mark Millar interview he did with Neurotic
Hmm.
and Heels versus Babyface, and he proposed that um he proposed like, oh, he should, his idea is like, yo, you get like, I don't know, just the top talent from like back in the days. Like you can get like Frank Wiley to draw Spider-Man, and you get like, I don't know, Grant Morrison to write, I don't know, the Avengers or something like that, and then they'll be like, okay, then we'll be back on. You do that for a solid year,
Hmm.
and Marvel will be back on track, or he do the same for DC or something. He's like, I'll talk to him. I could talk to him and get it done if they want it or something. And you just got to pay him a lot of money or something, but it'll be worth it because people would go back and buy it. And it's like, yeah, if that was going on, then I guess they would have some announcements at Comic-Con if that situation happened. This, I feel, is something that was thrust upon them, because of the strike. But this would actually be a perfect opportunity to like just, I don't know, talk about the new comics that are coming out, the new storylines that are coming out. That could be exciting to people. Except, what do they have? They have Spider-Man getting cucked out by Paul, and the insta rebirth resurrection of Miss Marvel as a mutant. So these announcements aren't as exciting,
Oh,
like
Superior
as to.
Spider-Man is back apparently today.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever that means.
So it's like, this is not setting the world on fire right now. This isn't like Age of Apocalypse situation going on right now in comics. Like, remember when they did the Age Apocalypse, when like they had like Onslaught and all that? Maybe that was like an event, and that
Right.
was an event during like a troubled time in Marvel's financial history or whatever.
It was. But Onslaught now would be like, I don't know, like set the whole comic news world on fire. Onslaught type event now.
Yeah. But even when comic books were having like their internal problems, or like their financial problems, they were like over leveraged, or they, over promised, under delivered, or the comicflation, where they were just printing up comics just to flood the shelves.
Right.
Conventions were still popular. I remember going to Javits Center back in like the early 2000s and the late 90s, and it was still like popping. And they didn't have like Hollywood like smothering everything. I remember me and Sean went like a long time ago, and they were like showing, like, I think the only person that showed was like Mila Jovovich for like the Resident Evil movie, and that was about it, really. I mean, it wasn't like anything crazy. It was still about comic books.
I mean, it was, but you saw it getting less comic
Yeah,
booky.
oh yeah, it was getting
So
less
it was,
comic book.
there's a lot. I
Comic
mean,
book.
look, I expect toys there, but it was like I felt like it was more toys and merchandise than actual like comic books. And then like Artist Alley where the artists were shoved to the back. Now, obviously, so let me gather my thoughts again. I know that these comic cons are dwindling. I know. I'm not shocked. The comics suck now, and they just have like whatever whoever's showing up for these movies. But the fact that they like wrote it out, like they wrote it out, like what does it say here? Behind some of the most anticipated fan-driven content. Fan-driven content. I guess not comic fan-driven content. They just mean fan-driven content. And then what did they give me? Abbott Elementary and Good Burger 2 as their examples of fan-driven content.
Oh, Dune Part 2 up there. Timothy Chalamet.
That's why I didn't. That's why I didn't mention that. Dune Part 2 is like, I guess I would consider that comic adjacent since it's least sci-fi or something.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know what Good Burger 2 doing gonna be.
Yeah, that's just like, just letting any schmo up in there, like.
Let me see the rest of this article. That just took me out. It said Comic Con is not going away, said Robert Thompson, a professor at Syracuse University, and a pop culture expert. We getting like professors right now. All right. Well, he says he's pop culture experts or whatever. The show can still go on in San Diego. Comic Con is so big that it's even bigger than its biggest stars. Is it though? Well, I mean, okay, fine. So the stars don't show up. So what are we doing? Are we having like the new Paul's new costume reveal or something? Like heading into the weekend, many of Hollywood studios had already decided to sit out of San Diego Comic Con festivities. Both Marvel and DC have shared their up and coming slates for comic book films and TV shows, leading both to bow out of the marquee Hall H presentations this year. It will be the first time since 2011 that neither franchise studio will have a hosted panel in coveted marquee 6,500 seat space. Wait, so they can't even? So you tell me Marvel and DC they can't even show anything about their shows? Like the actors won't be there, but I guess they can't promote either.
Right. I
Now,
guess they're so
so it's
busy.
it's old comics. Oh,
Right. Now it's like, guess who's come crawling back? Like it's the Comic Con manager, the Comic Con, president, or whoever runs the show has to go to the comic book guys and say, "Hey guys, because they got these empty halls now. They reserved the biggest halls not for the comic book people and not for the Marvel people's
hmm.
comic books. They reserved it for like Good Burger and Dune 2. So now those halls will be empty. So I don't know what's going to happen. They're going to have, are they going, and this is an assumption. I don't know if they're going to let the comic creators take over the hall and give their speeches and something to a larger audience. I don't know. They might just give it to some video game guy or something.
Maybe.
Hey, did you do the downloadable content for for some mobile game or something? You want the Hall H? You want to give the big keynote speech? You did a Chinese mobile game. You want to give the speech, bro? You did a Chinese mobile game about like, I don't know, some ferret eating a bunch of peanuts or something. You want to give the big speech? Meanwhile, like the guy who's drawing like, I don't know, the Electro one shot or something is like, oh, can I talk about my comic book? To be like,
Well, I mean,
maybe later.
Marvel had a bunch of announcements, didn't they? They got all of these covers of Miss Marvel doing the most, I don't know, comic blasphemous stuff, like have her as Dark Phoenix. They have her doing like
Oh yeah, they're doing a super hype up,
yeah, it is
trying to
corny
get
as
her
hell.
over situation. Like it reminds me of wrestling when they had like a bum wrestler and they had to try to get him over like massively hard, and the audience was just like, we're not feeling this. We're not feeling this hard sell right now. That's when WCW was like trying to hype up that wrestler like Glacier or something, and
All right, hold on,
and, then,
hold
and
on.
it didn't work.
Wait, we can't pass by that. Who's Glacier, bro?
I don't know. I think now this is going to the recesses of my. This is going to the recesses of my brain right now
By
from
the
like
way,
1990.
I'm just saying what's up to Havoc and John in the chat, and Faye. If I didn't say what's up to you, what up? And while you explain that, I'm going to go look up Glacier right now.
He was like a wrestler they were trying to like, I don't know, debut at the WCW,
Mm-hmm.
and he looked like Sub-Zero. That's all I really remember. And they were trying to hype it up for a long time, but
They made a wrestler that looked like Sub-Zero, and they named him Glacier, bro.
yeah, they weren't very creative at that time. Like when Sting came back as the
Oh my
Crow
God!
and
Hold on,
stuff.
hold on.
And
I gotta show this on screen. Can't wait.
it's real, right? His name was Glacier, right? Did I make
Yes,
that up?
yes, yes,
Okay, all
yes.
right. Yeah, I
Hold
always
on.
remember like these defunct wrestling, defunct wrestler trivia.
Whose man's is this? Peep, peep, my man Glacier right now. Yo, you know what? This is better than Comic Con.
That's true. He got a better outfit than some of these superheroes are creating right now, actually.
Now, that's a fact. If I redrew this, you know, it probably wouldn't be that bad.
Yeah, look at him. He definitely got some Sub-Zero thing going on. He
Have
also
it-
got like, I don't know, the hairline of Bill Paxton from Weird Science.
Yo, John just said he saw Glacier live. Glacier had a blonde flat top.
Oh, there you go.
Yo, Havoc said, "Bro got the Vegeta hairline."
Exactly.
Alpha Proto says,
Big ups to Glacier though.
"I mean, sure." Alpha Proto said, "Yep, his persona was Sub Zero. He had an awesome intro. It snowed. Oh snap! Hold on, I kind of want to know. Yo, this is more exciting in the comic industry. Me learning about like some dude that I know about for 2 seconds ago.
Yeah.
Yo, my man Glacier. Nah, stop, bro. Not no, stop. Wait. Not only did he have the mask, but then he also had the Sub-Zero alternate, bro. Remember was it Mortal Kombat 3 when they had Sub-Zero and he had like the stripe over his eye?
That'll do. That'll do.
Yo,
Yep. That's
this
in
is
1996. Damn. Yeah, that was a long time ago. I still
people.
remember it.
My man Glacier, son. Why he only got half a suit?
I have no idea. Glacier gets hot, gets sweaty into there. I thought he's like so cool.
Right. Glacier.
Yeah, those were the days though. Watching some WCW, that was like the greatest.
Well,
Watching the NWO and Goldberg and those guys, and I remember when like Miss Elizabeth tried to accuse Goldberg of like sexual assault or sexual harassment or something, and like they had to like call the cops.
wait. She tried to close Goldberg. You said?
Yeah,
Okay.
like Goldberg was gonna do a fight or something, and then like she false accused him of like some kind of she fake me too'd him or something,
Mm-hmm.
and and then like the cops said, Goldberg, we have to talk to you. Step inside, whatever, the back or whatever. And they had a bunch of cops like saying like coming at him,
Right.
and then he's trying to explain himself to the cops. He was like, Jerry, you know me. This is ridiculous. And I was like, he knows the cop by his first name, Jerry. I think he did that because he wanted to illustrate, like, Goldberg is like,
He's
a
a
good
man of the
guy.
people.
He's a man of the people. He knows the police force. He's like, he does his check in whenever he comes into every like arena. He knows the local law enforcement.
Oh
And the whole
man.
episode was like going on, they're wrestling, the luchador matches, whatever.
Right.
Hulk Hogan's doing this thing, and then like, they doing like the behind the scenes updates, and it's like the police like interrogating Goldberg or something, and interrogating Miss Elizabeth, and then Miss Elizabeth like messed up the time of the date or something,
Mm-hmm.
and then they were like, "Wait, did you say 7:00? You said 4:00 before." Well, maybe it's like, you're lying, aren't you? Well, and then they're like, all right, Goldberg, you're clear. And then like he was at the last minute, he like ran or something to do his match or some shit.
Yo.
Man, that was like some prophetic times. He got false accused. Some Johnny Depp shit.
Wow. Man, we should have did a wrestling topic stream. It's more entertaining than talking about freaking Comic-Con and Good Burger.
Yeah, they used to have some wrestlers in the Comic-Con.
Yo,
That's like tangentially related in some soap opera way.
One day when all my commissions are clear, what I'm gonna do, like, I don't know, I'm gonna come on here and do
Glacier fan art.
Well,
No,
it's not Glacier. I was about to say maybe I'll do some iconic like wrestling, I don't know, fan art or something. Maybe it could be Glacier. No.
Oh yeah.
Having said, did anyone actually ask for a Good Burger too? No, nobody asked for this movie. Nobody. Who cared?
Well, Kel Mitchell probably asked for it. Like,
I guess. I don't even know if I could read the rest of this article. I ain't even lie to you guys.
They're so up in Hollywood. They forgot what a comic book was. They probably forgot, like, why do we call it Comic Con? They must think the comic is funny. That's why they had Good Burger 2 there, because it's a comedy, not like an actual comic book. It says they were having presentations of what? What's it say there?
Wait.
Now with actors unable to promote their projects, more than 24 panels have been canceled. That's a lot of panels. That's 24 panels. I'm surprised they have that much room. That includes presentations from Amazon's Wheel of Time, Freevee's Jury Duty. Freevee right now. Jury Duty right now.
Can they take this time to reevaluate how much Comic Con is not about comics.
Yeah, is there like any kind of like, I don't know, some kind of conscious? Of course, I'm looking for conscious in like the media now, but but I'm just saying, like, people are not even asking the question: how does a show about jury duty take precedence over like an actual comic book about, like, I don't know, superheroes or action or drama or mystery or something, like an actual comic book, like, you know? And they wouldn't pull this crap on any other industry, by the way. I'll have you know. Okay. If they had a book con or a book fair, they wouldn't be like having like some other, like, I don't know, entity roll up in there that has nothing to do with books.
I bet you there ain't no comic books at a video game convention. Oh, actually, I might be wrong about that, but yo, peep this.
Unless the
That
comic book is like the adaptation of the video game. They'd be like, this isn't relate. You know, comic books, they just roll over, man. A lot of people like the comic book industry, they just kind of roll over for anything, like, they're like abuse, fake promises. Fact of the matter is that they let all these people in because they hope that they could, like, I don't know, get the Hollywood crowd to like go look at their comic books because of foot traffic.
yeah,
But how does like a fan of something like jury duty and the anniversary panel for that 70s show going to translate to comic books? Like, I mean, not everything translates just because you're watching TV and you're watching comic books and they're
maybe it's
reading
because
comic books and they're both visual mediums that like, there
hold
are
on.
people who watch comic book movies that don't even read comic books. Now these are not even like comic book movies. Havoc says pop culture con. Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, Face said you should do Macho Man Randy Savage. All right. Yeah, Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that fan art once I clear out all my art. What did Brina say? Speaking of wrestling, did you see that interview with Piers Morgan with the dwarf wrestler Dylan Post? I did not. I did not see it.
I heard it was pretty good. I haven't seen it either. I think he's like a wrestler. I forget his name, like Hornswoggle or something like that.
Oh, okay.
I think that's his name. I wonder if he was the guy. I think he was the guy who was in the last Leprechaun movie, or Leprechaun Reborn or something. He
Really?
was actually pretty good in that. If that was him, I
Hmm.
don't know. Not I'm not here to take credit away for somebody else. Let me
Right.
see. Was that the same guy? And I gotta look it up. For the integrity of the Leprechaun franchise, I must find out.
Go ahead. Check it out. So while you're doing that, I just thought this this next paragraph was interesting. It says typically actor focused panels make up between 25 to 30%.
No, it was somebody else. It was somebody else. It was Lyndon Porco. He's
Okay.
actually pretty good, actually, as the Leprechaun for our straight to video cheapy sequel. Yes, yes, yes. He played. I think someone else played another Leprechaun.
Ah,
Maybe it was him. I don't know.
all right.
Leprechaun.
John
Yeah.
said,
So
"Do the coffee skit from Macho Man, the cream of the crop." Yeah, that him holding the cream. I swear I've seen somebody do that in anime already though, or I might be bugging. But anyway,
any other chat questions?
I'd have to scroll up, but I think that's about it.
Oh
Yeah.
no, he did play Leprechaun, but it was in 2014.
Okay.
He was uh, Hornswoggle did play. I gotta see that one. Damn it.
Hmm.
I like horror movies. I like cheesy horror movies, straight to video. I kind of turn my brain off and watch them. No matter how bad they are. So yeah, we share a disappointment that a resolution could not be reached that would have avoided the
No, no,
current
no, no. You
situation.
gotta go back and read the other. You gotta read out the previous paragraph because it's
Oh,
crazy.
typically, actor focused panels make up between 25 to 35% of regional Comic Con's programming. At San Diego Comic Con, that percentage can be as high as 40%.
40%, bro. It's 40% of the Comic Con in San Diego is made up of Good Burger 2, Jury Duty, Wheel of Time, and a bunch of other stuff. And when Master Panda right here says real talk, I can't wait for San Diego Comic Con 2024. What Sex in the City reunion panel, followed by the Ocasio Cortez appearance. It's gonna be awesome.
Yo.
Ah,
Oh man.
40%? 40? I would have said 20. I would have said 30 is too much. Keep it at you just keep that joint at like 20% of comic related productions.
Facts.
Like all their corny movies that they're trying to put out that I don't want to watch, like the Marvels or the New Avengers or Avengers 2, We Was Kangs or whatever it's going to be called, or what else are they making? Deadpool 3 or something. But I'm dealing with Good Burger 2.
Exactly.
All
That's
right.
what you get.
All right. So
Trying to find a comic book guy. Some of the conventions are kind of sad. Like you walk into the back and it's like just some guy huddled over. He's already drawing. And when you walk past him, it's like you know you got to buy something because he caught eye with you,
right.
and sometimes he's too tired to even give you a pitch of what his comic's about. And then it's
He's
just
beat
like
down.
he's beat down. You know they don't respect him at the convention that he's supposed to get the respect for because it's called Comic Con. Instead, he's like fifth fiddle to I don't know some kind of reboot of Hang Time or something from or like California Dreams or something like the NBC reboot of Saved by the Bell, the new class. I don't know, like what, like reunion.
Wait, what? Hold on. This article's about to piss me off even more. Hold on. I just says we share in the disappointment that a resolution could not be reached that would have avoided the current situation. A representative for SDCC said in an email statement, "We are excited that Comic Con is only a matter of days away, and we look forward to the expansive, exhibit hall, and the countless hours of programming and the camaraderie that makes Comic Con such a fun and unique community and experience, more than Hollywood." Of course, San Diego Comic Con isn't just about the celebrity talent hawking their newest and nerdiest content. What is nerdy about Good Burger 2? There's a sprawling floor packed with merchandise from top pop culture retailers like Funko, Entertainment Earth, Hasbro, Gentle Giant, and Loot Crate. An artist alley packed with artists selling their original artwork, autograph stations, and themed on-site activations for popular movies and TV shows. And then there's the cosplay. Yo, they listed the
Yeah,
artists like in the
yeah,
middle of
in the middle.
all
Yeah.
that junk, bro.
Yeah, Artist Alley packed with they're selling original artwork. It's not even like they're selling their comic books. They're afraid to say the word comic books. You know, the pages that are stapled, it's like 24 pages, whatever, graphic novels. They're not mentioning that as any kind of sellable product.
Yo, the
It's
kid.
like original artwork, like a portrait of your mom, drawing of I don't know, Danny DeVito from Always Sunny in Philadelphia, like just random crap, you know, a drawing of Mark Ruffalo from the Avengers movie. That's all they're selling. They're not selling a comic book. I mean, like, you don't want to say the word comic book, guys. That's just crazy. Like, that's just low class and disgusting. It's like, don't people get mad about this? Like, this is how they write. This is the guy in charge saying this too.
Read the
And
next
then there's a
joint.
cosplay because nobody goes to read a comic book or get an update on the new issues or the new storylines.
Read the next paragraph, bro. Check it out.
Oh, okay. We're big movie fans, and that's definitely part of the way we go to part of why we go to cons to talk to the people involved in productions and hear about what's coming up. Said Justin Wilder, 36, an assistant director of digital communications in Rhode Island. It's been a bit of a bummer to see the reports of different things being canceled.
And my man Justin Wilder right now. Justin Wilder is disappointed that he not gonna see the Good Burger panel. You know what I'm saying? He not gonna see the.
My advice for the comic book creators that are actually going to Comic Con, I don't know, man. I would say this is your time, bro,
Yeah.
to shine. Go nuts. Get online. Get on live, or if you can't get on live because the Wi-Fi sucks, just record it, post it later. You just cutting WWE style promos about how you taking over Comic Con this year. Like, get a big monitor, go get a big TV screen, a flat screen, and bring it to the Comic Con, plug it in, and just show, like, I don't know, a film reel of what your comic's about. You talking about it, be obnoxious as hell. Turn up. Go nuts. Get a giant banner from Kinko's. Get some ladies from the neighborhood to dress up as your characters or something. Like, just take
Yeah.
over the entire Comic Con, Wherever the Good Burger merch table is gonna be, just like, I don't take over the table and just like sell whatever
Like,
you're gonna
yo,
sell
I'm here
there.
now. I'm
Like,
here
I'm here
now.
now, bro. Just go.
Listen,
Just,
whoever has comic productions out there now, I guess they're gonna get all the attention.
yeah, go so buck wild that like they never want to bring like the Hollywood people won't even want to come back. Do so much ruckus, like make it so much like a go so buck wild that like I don't know, Abbott Elementary will be afraid to like I don't know send their
No, I could.
superstars over there.
Yeah, it's a comeback. I know Ripperverse is
Just
gonna
be
be
like
out there.
these
He might
guys.
as well take over
Yeah, exactly. Just
the
take
whole
over
joint.
this
Like,
thing.
if anybody who got a comic book, like original comics, just take over the whole thing because Good Burger is missing, and what Abbott Elementary what
Yeah,
is missing, and
just
what else was missing? A bunch of stuff that I don't care
do
about.
speeches in the middle of the floor, like just like just
Yeah,
get a
where
microphone and just start
jury
yelling.
duty is missing. All right, like
Yeah. Jury duty is gone. You got all this room taken over right now. You got a bunch of rooms, 24 panels gone. That's all you, bro. Just bust up in there. Like, don't let the video game people take it over. Don't let the cosplay convention take over. Fight for that room, bro. Make the calls right now. Like, listen, I got my whole team. We're ready to do a panel right now. We got the PowerPoint presentation queued up. We're ready to go.
So Wilder, who was attending his first San Diego Comic Con this year, is also a panelist at the events for the X-Men fandom panel. There's an X-Men fandom panel. Okay. He told CNBC that while his badge was comped by the convention, he paid out of pocket for his hotel and airfare, which tallied near $3,200 for him and his wife. But he
Damn.
won't see Good Burger though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I guess he flew there to see that. And Dune 2. I guess he flew over there to see them talk about it, which I guess you could just wait to talk about it after. I mean, you could wait to hear them say whatever they're gonna say on YouTube. It's not like they're talking to you. Now you can go to the comic book convention and talk to the actual comic book creators, and they will talk back to you like a human being. But I guess they're saying that people only spend money to go there just to talk to or just to listen to a pre-programmed speech. I guess they want to see trailers too. But still, like, I don't know. And look, comic books got to step it up too, because maybe if they were making better stuff now, I mean the mainstream, then this opportunity that has sprung upon them to like take center stage once again, they could take better advantage of it.
Right.
But at this point, they might as well just stay in Artist Alley. The best they got is like, I don't know, Paul from Spider-Man and Miss Marvel's new outfit. If those were the big announcements for the year, then you might as well just not even show up. Just let the Chinese mobile game company take the largest hall and do the speeches.
What, do a speech about Devil May Cry knockoff.
Yeah, 100%. Like they show you the trailer, looks like some Devil May Cry knockoff. You play the game, it's just like a Tetris type game and all this. Yeah, fewer lines, more crowding. I used to be able to walk in Hall H in 45 minutes. The popularity of Marvel, Twilight, Game of Thrones, Walking Dead made up the demand on badges crazy.
Yeah, man, it's a 12.
Yeah, Twilight was big back in those days, I guess. He's attended Comic Con since 2008. Yeah, so I've been at convention since like I don't know 1990 1990 94 90 90 94 95 as a little kid, as a youngin I should say,
I don't even think I could read any more of this. Like,
when comics used to be the stars. You used to be like, oh my god, and you know what I'm saying, and comic cons was smaller back then,
that's true.
but you'd be like, I remember when I met George Perez. I thought that was like crazy. I was like, oh my god. I met George Perez, Derek Robinson. I was like, yo, this is nuts. I felt like they were the celebrities to me at
Right.
that point. You know,
And
I
now,
was like, whoa. Now it's like they'd be like, what? Who?
yeah, yeah,
And it's expensive. These badges are expensive. Like nowadays.
I'm paying for studios.
No, not paying.
Lack of celebrities is more likely going to hit the studios themselves. Blah 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 blah. All right. After all, the publicity of having the stars boycott promotional activities reflects directly back on Hollywood producers. I mean, this is about Hollywood. Like, I don't care.
Bro.
Not having some of pop culture's biggest names at the Comic Con or elsewhere to support their latest projects is a loss for the convention and for fandom in the short term. In the bigger picture, the highlights it highlights the industry's fight for low and middle class earners. It was good. It's good burger too, though. Like,
Also, this is what they talk about when they talk about like comic book people. They say you got to do it for the love and not do it like for the money. Meanwhile, you'll see Hollywood; they definitely do everything for the money because they're not even showing up to their dedicated fans who flew all the way over there to go see Good Burger and panels and Doom panels and all this. That they're not getting paid. Their yacht's not getting paid. So Timothy Chamboulet is not like showing up. Timothy Creme Brulee is not showing up to the. He's not showing up because he didn't get paid like I don't know an extra $500,000 or something.
man, look.
He's got to switch out the gold hubcaps on his Ferrari or something
Oh, look, it says
because it's getting a little rusty. So he's not going to show up to Comic Con this year. Meanwhile, like all the poor like overworked comics broke me level creators have to show up in order to pay the bills. Okay, this is where we're at right now. So at the end of the day, you should like I don't know, they should seize Comic Con as their own or something.
oh wait, hold on. They're about to mention our favorite movie of all time. Hold on. And the studios need this marketing, especially after a softer than expected summer movie season. Maybe stop making crap. We've already seen several adult themed blockbusters underperform this summer during a time when, perhaps not coincidentally, some of the outlets such as talk shows weren't airing or hosting guests to promote movies like Mission Impossible, Indiana Jones, and The Flash. I mean, nothing was going to help Indiana Jones or The Flash. Upcoming potential blockbusters like Barbie and Universal's Open Oppenheimer, bro. Blockbuster. How is the blockbuster? How are these listed as blockbusters? I just want to let y'all know in the chat. I'm sorry. Like, this is painful to read because it's so like it's a ridiculous article. I don't.
See, the thing is, Hollywood took over Comic Con a long time ago. So this is actually like a big deal to Hollywood right now. This is when they promote all their new trailers. They basically squatted on comic book people. Like in a high school, one of those high school teen movies where like the nerd like gets the new girl in town to like go to him to the big party or something, and she thinks he's cool because she doesn't know he's a nerd or something. And then
Right.
here comes Big Chad coming through and sees her and is like, I'm taking this for me. he's already got a girlfriend and he's already like the king of the football team. That's how it was. They just like kind of just took that little nerd and like stuffed him in a locker and took his woman. And unlike the movie where like the guy, gets his revenge and gets the girl back, like this doesn't happen in real life. Like the comic book Hollywood just like squatted on comic books and took over their entire conventions years ago.
You telling me they would depend on comic book conventions for some good burger, bro?
Well,
Well, I
here's the
mean,
thing.
for I guess for all the
And I
for
hear what they're
jury
saying. I hear
duty.
what jury duty.
Did you tell jury duty was dependent on Comic Con, bro?
Yeah, and I hear things and I can explain why. And it's also people in the chat saying they should change it to Pop Culture Con and all this stuff because it just doesn't make any sense to keep calling it Comic Con. I think that they call it Comic Con. They leave the name there for a reason, and the reason is that no matter how badly the stories are on comic books at certain decades of our lives, which we're living one of them right now,
Mm-hmm.
except for like independent you know comics. Comics as a genre, as an entity, has a hardcore fan base and has like some kind of authenticity that Hollywood doesn't have on its own. You know, the whole geek thing, the whole comic book fandom thing, the whole thing of like people actually researching the history of these characters and keeping them alive on their own without pay for free. Like people like updating Wikipedias on Marvel and DC characters all day long and buying the comic books on their own, spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on like, all these crowdfunding campaigns and all this. Like they are self-motivated people. Okay. Hollywood doesn't do anything unless the paycheck is there first. Okay. That's why people, they love the movies, they love the celebrities, but they know
Mm-hmm.
that they're all about the money. Okay. But when they hitch their wagon to Comic Con, then they can buy the authenticity. They can sort of steal or sort of, I don't know, piggyback or hitch their wagon to a fandom that has like actual a soul and
I
a
see.
spirit. You know what I'm saying? The comic book people, right?
But comic book industry is killing the soul of their fandom right now. So it's like, well, I'm
Correct. It was like a deal with the devil or something like that. Like you give me your fandom, you give me your diehards, you give me like your authenticity, you give me the cosplayers, you give me that, and I'll give you an audience. And maybe some of the people that come to see us will float around to you and they'll buy your comic books or they'll buy your pictures or maybe I don't know. The comic book companies will like bump into like I don't know Kevin Smith or like, and that sort of happened at the beginning. Like Kevin Smith was a Hollywood guy and he was a fan of comics and then he would write Daredevil and all this, and his Daredevil comic wasn't that bad,
right.
and it was like it was kind of working, and then somehow like then this stuff started to happen. It was like, well, what if we had things that weren't even related to comic books? Let's just bring in like any damn movie in here. And then suddenly the video game people came in, and then suddenly it just stopped becoming about comic books, and it wasn't translating at all actually, and any influence that Hollywood was giving to comics was a negative situation.
Right.
So they'll never change the name from Comic Con because they it's also, I don't know, it's a powerful thing. That's why they keep making comic book movies even though people don't buy the comics, because it's credibility. It's like kind of like I don't know, like pop musicians took over grunge in the late 90s, the post grunge era. They just wanted
Mm-hmm.
to get something that it was organic and real, and then sort of like piggyback it. Anyway,
Well,
they go to the chat. It says Havoc says it seems like there was a huge jazz festival and more than half of the artists that are booked on the main stage don't even play jazz. True. Yeah, it's like that. It's weird. Enrico says what they should have done is had good content and headlined the conventions with film marketed as underwriters. Too bad they sucked. Yeah, it's sort of like opportunity meets, or like what do they call it? Like I forget what they call it. Necessity meets opportunity or something like that, or like preparation. When preparation meets opportunity, right?
Right.
So right now, here's the opportunity to like take over Comic Con. Except most of these mainstream people, they don't have the content. Like
Right.
they're busy just, I don't know, yelling at each other about Trump or whatever it is, and whether some character is drawn with a lighter shade of black than another character, and that's all they've been doing now. And
Yeah.
because they know they've been like marginalized by Hollywood for years, and even though they trying to break in at the same time, and this little dance of death is like sapping their soul and energy away, that they've now like just relegated themselves talking about politics and boring people and getting into fights and Twitter beefs. And now it's sort of like that movie, like like those sports movies where the
Mm-hmm.
dude's been riding the bench all season, and then the coach is like, all right, Rudy, it's time to get in there. And then he's like, what, me? What? Now, in the movie Rudy, starring Sean Astin, based on a true story,
Mm-hmm.
he was actually called on to the big game, but he was prepared. He's been preparing for years for this big moment.
Yeah.
And when the moment came, he excelled at the moment. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I forgot the end of the movie. I think he got some tackles or something, or he ran the ball a little bit. He didn't flop. He didn't choke.
Mm-hmm.
This year, they probably will choke, because they ain't caught the stuff.
I mean, the best they
Because
got
Eric
is
July will not choke because he's ready.
oh, he's
He's
been
ready for
prepared.
Comic Con.
My man is
And it's
super
sort of
prepared.
like, and this is kind of like an opportunity because he probably didn't even expect that celebrities won't be there. So he's probably just going to like, take over like
Yeah.
some dude living on your couch or something, like, and he's just gonna take over the entire apartment, like you, me, and Dupree. He's like Dupree. He's just gonna lounge around Comic Con, alpha dogging people's wives and things like that. Not a lessons you can learn from you, me, and Dupree.
I never saw you, me, and Dupree.
I didn't see it either. I just saw the trailer, but I got the gist. I got the gist. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I think this is going to be like a shock to the system, to people. It's going to be like, whoa, I'm on. The spotlight's on me. I thought I was just going to go to Artist Alley and then just like draw a picture of I don't know, some old Saturday Night Live character like the church lady or something for like $3, and now I have to actually like, I don't know, promote my comic book. This is going to be crazy. I don't even know what to do. I thought people were going to go watch, I don't know, the panel for the Connors show with John Goodman and them. I didn't know they're actually going to walk by my booth and I have to actually do work. Now it's like,
Wait, hold on. I have a question though. Is Marvel and DC
Yeah.
still gonna show up and just not and promote their comic books? Let's see the pure promotion of comic books. I want a whole Paul San Diego panel dedicated
that'd
to
be
Paul.
fun.
Let's do it.
That'd be crazy. Can you imagine the Q&A?
The Q&A
People
for
walking up
Paul? Oh my god.
Yeah, the Q&A for Paul. They should have one.
Oh my god.
They're so scared. They're like, oh my god, they just love Twitter where like they could block you and like not talk to you. But imagine they said, okay, guys, I know that you're kind of freaking out about this Paul situation. Let us explain. They have the panel.
Yeah.
Comic-Con is freaking out because Spider-Man's getting he's getting cucked by Paul right now on some Adam 22 situation. Except unlike Adam 22, Spider-Man didn't ask for any of this.
Right.
It's not prearranged or predetermined or anything like that.
So yeah, I want to see.
So fans are like going buck wild right now, and then they have the angry fans like grabbing the mic. How dare you?
Dare do this to Paul? I mean, to Peter, excuse me.
They get security, get him out of here, and then like they film it on video and shit.
Oh my
That'd be
gosh.
live, bro. Be like, that'd be the first Comic-Con. Like, people will go next year if that happens.
Now that's a fact. Yo, this
People will go for that. They'd be like, I gotta see the shit show. What is going on in comics right now?
Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
They said they won a controversy, right? They won that Eric Bischoff tip. Controversy creates cash.
Oh, Sam
Eric
Rogers is
Bischoff
here.
did.
What's up? What's up, Sam?
What's up?
What did Breen say? I posted a shitty video 2 days ago, and it's getting videos.
I can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. I was just reading Breen's last comment. But going back up, Master Panda said, "Oh, I completely agree with you, Dan. I had that conversation with an exhibitor at the last con I was at. They keep the name Comic-Con in spirit of the tradition, with no intentions of hyping comics. Yeah, so now I want y'all to hype comics. I want them to hype the comic books. And I don't care how bad it is. I want the Miss Marvel Resurrection panel. I want the Paul panel. I want
whatever you got. I don't know. You guys were on autopilot for like, I don't know, a few years now. Now it's time. Now it's time to showcase.
I want the same.
You got to make the best of it.
Yeah, I want the same energy that Marvel Entertainment's Twitter got, because they post up whatever. It's like, oh, this is happening. Superior Spider-Man is coming back. Oh, Miss Marvel is coming, and we're gonna do 8 covers of her, looking like Phoenix or whatever they want to do in classic X-Men poses. Except like we're just adding her into it. I want that same energy to come to. Don't be scared now. Y'all drew it. Y'all produced it, right? It's supposed to be dope. So you ain't got your movies no more.
Yeah, whatever comics they got coming out, Blade's daughter or whatever nonsense.
Whatever's going on.
Like, let's go.
Let's see the panel. I want to see the panel. I want to see the panel. Well, I can't go to.
I want to see people. Make people show up. Like,
I want to see the questionnaires. I want to see people. I want to see I want to see the Paul banner, bro. The whole. Please, matter of fact, maybe this
Paul banner.
Maybe there's a positive
Paul cosplay, just like, I don't know, some dubious race people like walking around like.
Let's do it. Come on, Marvel. Don't disappoint me. I need comedy, okay? Because this is funny. Do it, please, please. And while you're at it, once again for like the 20th time, can y'all call Dan Kibblesmith and bring back the New Warriors thing, please? Bring that out. Put that, you missing content. Bring back New Warriors, bro. Snowflake say so. Bring them back. Oh man. Enrico says y'all on point. Trying to be. It was a comic book convention with no comic books. Like, it's ridiculous. Sam Rogers said, without celebrities, maybe Comic-Con can be just about comics, right? Except the comics now suck. So he also said Eric July is going to be at the Comic-Con, from what I understand. Yeah, he's prepared. Unlike Marvel and DC, he's prepared. Rip First is prepared.
I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what he's going to do. I don't know what they're going to try to do to him. I don't know what's going to happen.
Right.
It's all very intriguing. I think this development is kind of a coincidence that they're not going to be Hollywood people. So I don't know what's going to happen after that. I mean, they got to fill up some rooms. Maybe he'll get a room. I don't know. Hall H. I don't know. Like, that'd be a mega riot over there. It might be like the Royal Rumble. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just be a bunch of like comic book and Bristol board paper and like a bunch of like flying in the air, like Funko Pop dolls getting ripped off their heads. I don't know what kind of madness could happen.
It's gonna be like Enrico said, bring down the house. Oh my god! I don't know if I can read that on YouTube, but yes, yeah, do that. If they got that, yeah, do that too. Bring that out.
Just, whatever they got, bro. Just do it. They're proud of it. They're proud enough to draw it, print it up, and ship it to, like, I don't know, around the country.
Right.
They can at least, like, I don't know, have panels about it in Comic-Con and all this.
Like, y'all made it, right? Like, you made it. So, why would you make something and then put it out and then not be proud of it? Do it. I want to see it. I want to see it. I want to see the videos. I want to see the videos. Oh, the panels. And I hope they have questionnaires because that would be hilarious. Oh, I wish I was there. Oh my god, I wish I was there. A pure Comic Con. Uh,
Yeah, I mean they do have panels. Like I remember, but it's like all these like weird panels, like how to break into the biz as you know, you know, X color X this or something. Like it's always some kind of like
I don't know. They gotta,
I don't know. It's like they have like these weird little panels and stuff that have nothing to do with like comic book creation or like fun.
they have to go ahead and figure it out. You guys figure it out. Sam Roger said, "I hope everything goes smoothly for Air July." Yeah, I do too. I do too, as well. But as far as like on the other Marvel, DC, and whoever else is there, Dark Horse or whatever, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be funny. I know there's gonna be video. There's gonna be like YouTube coverage. Probably, maybe. I might be wrong. Maybe there will be more coverage than ever before since it's gonna be so empty. Empty.
You know what's funny though? I back in the days
Mm-hmm.
and comic book fans,
Mm-hmm.
I would say were the most superior fans of anything.
Mm-hmm.
Music, more superior than that, movies, television, books, even
Right.
because they were, I don't know, they were the biggest, I don't know, the best judges of the actual material itself. Like if the material itself looked awesome, they will buy it. If they like it, they buy it. It's like a very simple system. They go to the store, they look at the cover, and they're like, "Holy crap, this art looks amazing." They flick through it, the story looks pretty legit, they buy it. It's like the most purest fandom ever,
Yeah.
right? You can't sell it to them. You know, some you can get like some woman at the cosplay, like dressing up in skimpy outfits again to buy something. Maybe some dude will buy it, but not really. Like it wouldn't be in the charts just because of that.
Mm-hmm.
They could actually just see that the work looks great and they would buy it.
Yeah.
And that's the authenticity that, like, I guess these Hollywood people want to buy. Like real fandom, like real discernment.
But they don't make anything to be fans of.
Exactly. They don't. They don't make anything. They're like not paying people enough. They're not like getting the best artists. They're not scouting for the best artists. They're not creating something worth of fandom that gets people excited. That's like step one. They're just jumping to step two. Like if you don't buy this, you're a racist or something. Like so they don't care
Boring.
what it could be. Yeah, they don't care what it could be. It could be a poorly drawn comic book. It could be the greatest comic book of all time. They just care about their I don't know their guilt marketing plan before they even care about like the actual comic book stuff itself. And that's bad. You know what I'm saying? That's not a place that the comic book industry wants to be in. Okay, where they just basically gave up, and it's just about pure shock value, and it's not about actual art styles. Like I'm looking at what you're drawing right here. You're drawing your original characters right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
On screen. This is Sean's art in real time. This isn't CGI or AI right now. And it's like I see you're like working on your style right now. It's like an anime style, but it's still like got heavy shadows. It's like you're really working on something right now. You know what I mean?
Right.
And back in the day, it would not be hard to find you as a comic book, like I don't know, scout for like Marvel and DC. They would just like I don't know, say, oh, all right, that guy, let's give him a DM or something. Let's see what he could do or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's just like they're so in their own world right now of what they think could sell a comic book. It's just like I don't know, weird controversy like Miss Marvel, and you know they're in a bubble and they got to break the bubble.
I don't know how they. Can, I don't know.
I miss like the old days. It's just like, listen, if it's in the store, you look at it. Maybe you
Mm-hmm.
had to like I don't know, smooth things over with the retailer or something. Maybe you just pitch it to him or something. But once like social media got involved,
Mm-hmm.
that's when the comic book industry got kind of weird.
Oh yeah.
That's why people are now taking to social media to try to correct the situation and get these Hollywood cranks out of here, like or at least in their proper position.
Right.
If you're adapting a comic book movie, call me.
right. Because
If you're adapting a comic book, call me or something like that. Don't be bringing in like I don't know some new Damon Wayans sitcom or whatever the hell they're coming up with, like trying to buttress it next to some real comic book stuff going on.
I just want to know. I just want to see what they're gonna do. This is gonna be interesting. Hold on, Master Panda says how to break into the film comic industry panel with. Oh no, I'm gonna leave them names alone.
Yeah, and frankly, I don't think anyone needs any more damn tutorials on how to break into the comic industry.
Yeah, facts. I'm like, listen,
Like,
this is what you do. I mean, maybe for business because I know Eric he had a video on like business, which is good. Now, if you want to know specifically for like breaking the comics, this is what you do. Like the simplified version, the ignorant version. Yeah. You practice your art skills, and then you make a story, right? And then you draw the pages, and then you go fund it somewhere, like
yeah, get yeah,
Indiegogo or
get
something.
make banger shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean,
Draw.
that's the step one. Make banger shit.
I
Make
saw
make hot stuff, hot joints.
I saw a detractor today um talk about like, oh well, if it's indie, it's not supposed to be. You're not supposed to be thinking about the money. I'm like, no. To the contrary, you have to draw money.
Because if it's not good, no one's gonna buy it. I mean,
Right.
that's how it's supposed to work. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
you have to draw money. I don't even know how to explain what that even means. But you got like,
saying? I guess
it's like
you gotta try.
think of what you want to like, what you're into, what gets you out of the house to buy a video game or read a comic book or watch that movie, and then make that.
Like, I don't know. I feel like this is maybe crazy, but like I'm just saying, like, I think that the more like the mainstream comic book industry or the comic book industry in itself,
Mm-hmm.
they gotta stop thinking of it like they're high and mighty
Mm-hmm.
and they don't gotta impress you anymore. So they have all these like I don't know panels on how to break into the comic book industry and all this,
Yeah.
and how like you gotta act and how you gotta do the portfolio. At this point, they gotta show the fans why they should break into the comic book industry.
Yeah, because it's like, why on
I
a
don't even know.
technicality?
Yeah, they're not telling people what the storylines are. They're not showing the people the art that people want to see. They're not giving people storylines they can follow or interesting. It's like they're just walking around like I don't know, some person who's dressed like a bum or something, and like I don't know, stinking and got weird acne over, and just like saying, come and get it, big boy, or something. Like, it's just like get the hell away from me, like. But you want to break into this? And it's like, most definitely not. Stay away from me, crazy lady.
Oh man.
It's like, how about you like start from scratch and like I don't know, make sell me on something. Sell me on actually buying a comic book. Then later you can sell me on the dream of joining you in this adventure or something and making the comic books like as a fan.
Yeah.
I mean, we're making our own comic books, so we're divorced from that situation, but
Right.
you know, people don't think of like comic book industry is like always some fake it till you make it situation, but they never got to the make it situation, so they just keep faking it. Like, oh, I'm rich, I'm famous, I'm the man, I'm doing great, and then like, oh, then you have the comics broke me hashtag where they tell all their the bad stories in one blow or something. And I'm just like, it's all very confusing. Anyway. Alpha Proto says, I grew up wanting to draw Deadpool, then the comics got horrible. Now I don't want to be associated with all those books.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like now I say they got to make the books better and make the comic books more exciting. And if they got to call in some old head who knows who did it in the past for his advice, call that guy up.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we all started off that way. It's like, oh well, work for Marvel, work for DC is so cool. When you're younger. Now it's like, I mean, first of all, I can't get hired by any of these companies because I have too much internet data on me, like clowning the hell out of them, and I don't care because I don't want. I wouldn't want to work for them anyway.
Well, it's like things change. It's like, and right now they're
Hmm.
in the model of they like what they're doing right now, and
Yeah.
they don't care if it doesn't make any money. They just care about like the likes on Twitter or something. That's like their money. That's like their currency.
All right. Well, when Disney
If that
starts,
changes, then maybe they'll give more people a call or something or other.
maybe they better hope
I
Disney
don't.
doesn't start being like, hey man, I don't know if we need you.
I mean, if their model is like to chase like I don't know venture capitalists, the ESG, then I guess they're not working on the free market. So, and that's what comic books used to be, the most like purest free market of all time.
Right.
Like, ain't no libraries. Remember that now it's like the libraries. Get your book in the library, bro. Back in the day, there was no library. It was just a comic book store. That's it. And it was like you buy or your comic book die, and that's it,
Right.
bro. This ain't like no library hustle. Uh Sam Rogers says that the Daily Wire making movies and others doing the same. We don't need Hollywood. Yeah, I mean, it's been a while since Daily Wire made a movie though. Like I'm sure they're working on shit on behind the scenes. So
Right.
I I think the Daily Wire, if I had advice, from this channel that guys like whatever 480 subscribers, something like that. I don't know. They want to take advice from us. I would say like, why don't you make some karate movies? Like, you know what I'm saying? Make some movies about like some ninjas. Why don't they try to make the new Bloodsport? How about that?
They
I think a
should.
lot of conservatives will watch that.
Yeah.
That's what like conservative boomer dads used to watch. Used to go to like the video store and go rent like some Gary Daniels movie or some Van Damme movie, and
I
they'd be
got.
like, "I'm watching that for tonight." They watch some Steven Seagal movie, him like I don't know, hitting some I don't know some pimp, throwing a pimp on his car and like hitting some crazy cokehead named Richie because he killed his friend Bobby Lupo and all that. Like that was Out for Justice for Steven Seagal. That's what they used to rent. Maybe the Daily Wire need to make movies like that.
I would agree.
Because Hollywood doesn't want to make movies like that. They want to make Barbie. Okay, so where's the movies for like I don't know all the all the dudes just want to see like men whooping ass. They should just make that.
They should.
Or some comedies too. They could make like the new version of like Airplane or something, or Naked Gun, and just go crazy. Um, but you see, it's true. Like, why does it all have to be out of Hollywood? There's other places that are sunny with decent climates. Like, they could just like start a whole industry right there.
Yeah.
You know, People can make their own movies too and post on YouTube. There are people doing that in this world. Um, but yeah, Sam Rogers preaching the truth. Sam Rogers says, "I will point out that being indie does not mean you can never break into the mainstream." Yeah, because you know what? I have a feeling like things change.
Mm-hmm.
Like things are cyclical, but the cycle takes a long time. Like people think like, okay, I see the future. It'll happen by 2 years, I think, and it's like, no, it's more like 15 years.
Yeah.
It's more like 20. Sad but true. I thought by now they would have got the point. It says, all right, we'll stop like I don't know
I mean, seriously, because I'm like, y'all are
making.
y'all tired of losing money yet? Like,
And they're like, nope. No, we're not. Thank you very much. And you're like, okay, it's been like 10 years. Forget Double Down. They've already like sextuple down, like,
right.
octuple down. It's just nuts. But yeah, I mean, look, it's gonna be like a point where like I don't know, there's gonna be a big problem, and it's just and the people they're working with are gonna be a big problem too, and they're
Right.
just gonna have to look at people that they can work with who are like reasonable and actually can draw an audience. I don't know where they get their money from to keep things afloat, but I guess you gotta have friends in high places. As of yeah, Enrico says useless waste of paper pushing soulless propaganda pamphlets. Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
some
that's what they are
weird
now.
like
Exactly.
PSAs for things that are like anti-intellectual. At the end of the day, it actually hurts your brain to read it. It should come with like a surgeon's general warning. Sam Rogers says, when I say break into the mainstream, I mean become the mainstream. Yeah, by default, because
Oh yeah, yeah. Because
eventually,
of the shift.
right now the shift could happen. I don't know. I mean, people have been saying the shift will happen, and then it didn't happen. I remember when the pandemic, people thought like, oh, the comic book stores going out of business. This is when it's going to change, and then it didn't change. Now with like Hollywood in trouble,
Hmm.
which I guess is like floating the comic book industry through their parent companies, Warner Brothers and Disney.
Hmm.
Now it's like maybe they're like, you know, people like Bob Iger and the Zaslav are like, you know what? These people give me headaches. Maybe it's time to break some of this company stuff up so I can get less of a headache by like trying to keep everything as it was.
Right.
And then maybe the comic people are like, oh no, now I actually have to get sales. I remember like comic book artists used to take responsibility for the sales of their book.
Hmm.
Like they didn't own the characters, but they knew that their paycheck was involved with if the character, I mean, if the comic book was a success.
Right.
Like Rob Liefeld was put on New Mutants, or he put himself there, or whatever. He asked for it because he said this is my opportunity to like turn this sucker around because they're gonna cancel it. But it's an X-Men book, so I can reinvent it and do what I want. So he did, and then he like got the sales up. I mean, whether you like Rob or not, you know what I'm saying? I'm a Rob respecter. So I use that as an example. But there's countless others. Sometimes people would put themselves in there on like John Byrne would put himself on Namor and like She-Hulk to try to see if he can like, I don't know, get the sales up, and he had good ideas for them.
Right.
They weren't the top selling books, but he put himself on there and he knew like he had to do, and they let him. They were like, all right, go off, you do what you want. You off the goop, it don't matter. Like
Go
just do
off.
whatever the hell you want to do. Go off, King. After Jim Lee and all those and Mark Silvestri left Marvel high and dry during the Image era, they had like no superstars really taking over. I mean, they had like guys like Adam Cooper holding it down,
Yeah, they did.
but when it came time for Joe Mad to say, "Oh, I got a new art style. It's more cartoony. It's more like manga anime influenced," and they let him run with it because they were like, they like it, so it's selling. I got fan mail about this. Keep going. That's what comic books used to be pure back in the day.
Yeah.
You think like some old boomer was like happy about like, I don't know, some guy drawing like an anime influenced style? You know how much like the Western like the Western comic book artists hate like some big eyes and anime and stuff like that. Like they resent like it's like that movie Gung Ho with Michael Keaton. Like you don't want like the auto plant being taken over by Japanese.
Right.
Any kind of like, I don't know, xenophobia situation.
Right.
But Joe Mad, he is getting the sales, so they let him run with it. Now sales don't matter. In anything. Your movie's a hit. You said the wrong thing. Shows off. They're pulling your stuff out the theater. They're not making the sequel. They're gonna replace you in the sequel. So nothing matters. Like
At all.
funny.
Anyway, though.
Master Panda says, anybody seen what's that? Richie? Oh yeah, I'm gonna keep coming back until somebody remember seeing Richie. That movie's hilarious, just like all of his films. Yeah. Who killed Bobby Lupo? Yeah, Alpha Justice Steven Seagal is pretty good. He like went to a bar and then he like the big scene was that he's a pool hall and then he like took from the pool, the balls for the pool or whatever, and he like put them in a napkin and then he started like hitting people with it, like bam, bam, bam. They would hit people. He would always hit people like in the nose or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then he would say, then the guy who he hit, he said, "You broke my nose." And he hit somebody in the leg. "You broke my leg." And it's like they would always like shout out like
what the damage, what area was damaged, like
yeah, exactly.
just so you can know.
Yeah, you mother effer. You broke my head, you broke my face. And it's just like, why are you I know he broke your face. I saw him do it in real time.
Like I seen it. Oh, Redoubt and Mama Bear's here. What's up?
What up?
Redoubt says I'm late, but I'm popping up to say hi. Like the new
Ha ha
red art I
ha.
saw on Twitter, Sean. Okay, now the bed. Oh, thank you. That was the one. I'll bring it back up on the screen. Where is she? That's when I was trying to rediscover rain effects, and I did with the
Yep.
help of some reference.
Looking legit.
By the way, if
Link is
anybody
link.
wants to know
Yeah.
how to do that, it's basically me just realizing the obvious where the raindrop occurs is going to be darker skin, so I just use the multiply layer with like a light purple.
Link in the description. Check out the book.
And
Um.
it's probably going to pop up in chat in a minute.
Yeah. Enrico says, I knew they were doomed to fail when they were pushing Deadpool books. Deadpool was a parody transferring Marvel Comics, and the fourth wall breaking premise actively decimated the canon with each appearance. Yeah, they went Deadpool crazy.
Yeah, that is true.
And they're pushing the comedy a lot, like the fourth wall. I guess like the book had finally had an identity
Hmm.
when that happened, but they kind of push all kind of weird. They also had problems where like I don't know the guy who runs Marvel, like the one of the big rich guys, like Ike Perlmutter, he wouldn't allow them to like make X-Men a priority at Marvel anymore because Fox still owned the movie
Oh,
rights.
I remember that crap.
And then they were trying to like hype up the Inhumans instead. Like they were trying to make them like an X-Men level events or something. I don't know. Like they had the TV show and that flopped bad.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Sam
'Cause-
Rogers says goodbye, guys. God bless. God bless,
all right. God
Mister
bless
Sam.
Sam Rogers. Have a
Yes.
good night. Thanks for coming by. Scroll up a little bit in
Uh.
the chat
Oh, my
for
bad.
me.
My bad.
All right, stop. All right. Yeah, Enrico says, I was like, what are they doing? They can't last long. They trashed their own brand while at the same time deconstruct the universe with Civil War dissembled. Yeah, this is a thing that a lot of people don't realize is that the destruction didn't just happen with like the all new Marvel where they, did the Korean Hulk and all that, and
Right.
at the same time they remixed all the characters and got rid of all the other characters and made it a big discussion about, you know, identity politics. It happens like subtly throughout the years, and it became more about deconstruction and making the comic books like way more adult than they should be. Instead of focusing on adventures, it was focusing more on like shock value.
Right.
Like they had an issue where like what was it, that issue, that Avengers issue where like the Wasp like shrunk, it was Ant-Man shrunk down, and they say that he entered into an area uh in a situation with his wife that should not have been depicted in the Marvel comic book
Oh yeah.
and things like that, which I guess got people talking about Marvel, like in the whatever the websites or whatever and all this, and maybe they were selling some comic books. But after a while, it's kind of like, where do you go after that? Like, it never like recovered because once you like have like big name comic book people doing that, like you look at Civil War, Mark Millar wrote that.
Right.
It's like he's like a big name and he knows how to do stuff like that. But like when imitators try and like pick up the slack, it's just gonna come off weird and crazy and
Right.
well polished, like you know. Like Frank Quietly and Grant Morrison has a celebrated run on X-Men where it's very strange and kind of disturbing looking characters and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But then after that, when they had to like I don't know, other artists and writers had to continue in that vein, it just looked like I don't know, not fun and kind of a pale imitation of what happened before. And they couldn't get back to just like the adventure book that it used to be.
Right.
It had to be something about I don't know, teaching you something it had to be more than what it, more. It had to be like some kind of like a big brain nibba, like galaxy brain situation comic book or
Right.
something. That's like some guy trying to find a gemstone that's gonna like wreck the earth, And that's where a lot of these comic books kind of like faltered after a while. They became very self-serious and very self-referential and deconstructionist, and it became less fun to read.
Right.
So then after that happened, they'd be like, well, what's the next hook? Because this stuff's not selling as much as they used to. Then they moved into like the identity politics situation, and that was a way, 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 way worse decision.
Oh yeah.
But hey, those movies, like those Avengers books, they sold a lot of money. They sold a lot of books, I think, for the time. But like I'm saying, like whoever picks up the slack is going to be less talented. It's going to look like weird.
Picks with the slack
Rico
of like.
says,
Sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
"What you say?"
No, don't worry about it. Go ahead and read the
Oh,
comments.
Enrico says it's a cheaper, more lazy art style by the same anime face artistically is formed. The Western resents the cheapness and worse resents losing to them. They hating. There's a lot of haterade going on, Enrico. That is true.
Yeah.
Mama Bear says, what's it say? Ant-Man climbed up in various areas of multiple people, Thanos included. Yeah.
Oh my lord.
Enrico says all that stuff should have stayed in the alt books like the Ultimate line. Yeah, it started to cross over into the main line. I guess it's because they saw like, well, those books are selling, so make all the books like that. And I'm like, I don't know, guys. I don't know. Massive Panda says when it was exactly when they decided it was no longer cool for each of the X-Men to have their own unique, colorful costume. They were all decked out in boring black outfits. That was no fun. Yeah, exactly. They were very much a depiction of Hollywood too.
Yeah. So they had to make it like it was doable for Hollywood or whatever it was doable back then.
Right. And if they had to choose between, I guess, impressing Hollywood or impressing the comic book fan, they choose Hollywood
Yeah.
and not what's because something like that they do from manga is like they could try and film that stuff in a movie, but it's probably not a good idea.
No.
But they know that they don't care because they're making so much money off of the comics and they're happy with that.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the American comic book industry is always chasing like some audience that instead of the people that actually support them. It's actually not. It's a bad habit they got to break if they want to get back to where they were. Anyway, yeah. So you're showing this picture right here.
Yeah, I'm just ending off with this. I was just saving some videos for some time lapses, and I'm gonna, post up. I guess tomorrow.
Sounds good to me. All right, guys. It's been real.
Yep.
We shall return. If you like what we do, like the video.
Yep.
Helps the algorithm, boosts us up, keeps the show on and popping.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hit the bell so you know when we go live. Subscribe so you know we out here.
Yep.
Speaking truth to power.
Two things before we head out. Mama Bear, who's been trying to get us to 500. She said we're 5 away from 500.
Yes, five away from 100. So if you're watching or you're shadow watching, in the shadows and stuff, give us a subscribe, help us out. We're trying to get monetized,
Right?
help the channel out,
And
help bring comic books like this out, to a more of a prominence.
Right. And Alpha Proto asked if they'll look at art in the Discord. No, we do that on what's the day? Today's what? Oh crap! Wait, it is Thursday? No, it's Thursday now. Duh. I'm not sorry. Oh, Jesus Christ. It was Wednesday. It's now Thursday because it's past 12 o'clock. We do that on, I guess, today. Whenever we,
yes,
right.
So we shall be back.
Right. But anyway, y'all. See you next stream. Peace.
Peace.